welcome to a new series, guys. Even though I said I wouldn't start anything new, I changed my mind because I do that. That's what I do. We are in Colorado. We are here because we've been called in to fix a problem. So we're kind of the fixer. So here's the story. A little bit of background. This won't be really role play, but it's always good to have a little background story. So I'm pulling in here. I've been called in to fix an issue, a big problem, a big problem. There's a rancher out here that did really well for a long time, and then all of a sudden started getting into gambling a little too much, and he made a few friends in Nevada, and he'd go down and gamble, and he started losing, as most gamblers do, and he needed to borrow some money, and anyways, long story short, he borrowed from the wrong people. He is gone. He left. He's on the run, and he's hiding from the wrong people. So, I don't really want to get into who these people are, but they're not good people. Anyways, they've asked. The family has asked me to come in and try to fix things up, and I was very reluctant to do it because the problem is I was worried that I would get visits from these people, and but after speaking to them, came to realize that they've made an arrangement with those people, and I will be left for a time period without being bothered to try to recover and pay them back the money. How much money, you ask? Well, let's have a look at that. $1.5 million is owed to them, and it needs to be paid back within 2 years. You know, they're pretty lenient, and anyways, 1.5 million, and I have this farm to work, but I have only a little bit of money and this equipment. So let's have a quick look. We've got a mower, we've got a tedder, windrower, we've got a small tractor with a front loader, we've got a bale shredder and a baler and a plow. We have an old harvester, a tank trailer with that you can put some pallets or bales or something on there. We got a couple of good trailers. These are nice. We've got this old beauty. He's a bit of a wash, but yeah, it kind of looks good dirty. And we've got this bigger tractor here. Now, that's not it. Let's have a look at the land that we need to work with. There is quite a bit of land, but it's scattered. So let's pop this up so we can see it a little bit better. And we'll get into visiting all this stuff soon. But we've got fields here. This here is a cattle pasture, and it's basically another cattle pen. There's a weird grass field over here. There's another field there. This is also a cattle area, and on top of paying back the money, we'd like to rebuild the farm to what it used to be. And all of these fields here, 60, 59, 58, 56, and 33 used to belong to the farm. It was sold off to neighboring farmers, and those farmers have agreed to sell it back when we can afford it. So we're going to have to pick that up as well. So we've got a lot of work to do. And they picked the right guy to do it, I think. I don't know. We'll see. There is no animals. None. I think there's shreds of a little bit of food somewhere to get started. We're going to populate. What's this? Dun, dun, dun. Wait, how do I crouch? No, I can't crouch for some reason. Oh, I know. There we go. Sorry, there we go. I don't know. Can't seem to turn that on. Okay. Anyways, I don't want to part with this. And I've got super speed on. I got all my mods up. I'm not going to put too many rules, restrictions on myself here. But ultimately we need to get to work. So welcome to a new series. I hope you enjoy it. I decided to do this because I got was kind of impatient with the new FS coming up and decided, you know what? I still got a lot of days worth of publishing to do. So why not? Let's do it. Okay. Where do we start? I don't even know where to start. I guess we can start populating some cattle, although it's going to take a while to get them growing. And I think what we'll do is, maybe we'll take a tour. Let's do that. Let's take a drive around. I really kind of want to see what's up. This thing's pretty quick. Got a beautiful house. Over here, we've got a, what is this? Let me not throw up, but let me, they're on. So why can't I see what this is? There's a weed whacker. That's interesting. Does it work? I doubt it. Anyways, let's just leave this aside. Oh boy. Okay, what's this? This is a chicken coop, I think. There we go. Yeah, that's a chicken coop. 760 chickens. Holy smokes. Okay. Now right here, we do have some fields right nearby. And actually we should check and see what's ready. I think the one right ahead of us is ours. And let's turn on the grass. That is ready. Do we have anything else that's ready? 31 down here is ours. And that's ready. And 12 down here. What's 12? Looks like barley. I believe that's barley. This is canola. This one's soybean, but it's not ready. But it's coming very soon. And this here is, I believe it's cultivated. We'll have to go look at that. This one here is also cultivated. So we got a lot of work to do. I guess we'll start. Let's just get going. Forget the tour. Actually, no, let's not do that. I want to show you this pen area and this area here. Oh, and there's another piece of equipment we'll go look at. So, what's the best way for me to go there? Maybe this way. How's everybody doing today? Anybody else tapping their foot waiting for FS25? There's a nice river. I think I may have turned the wrong way. Actually, let's go down here. No, this is it, yeah. Okay, so this piece of land is ours. And I'm gonna go around the other way. So that's cattle. It's room for cattle there. Probably another 6 million cattle. We're gonna try to get these populated. We're gonna turn this, you know, into a high-end cattle farm. We'll do both beef and dairy at 275. So we're gonna be, apparently we're gonna be chopping and mowing quite a bit. That's okay. It's all good. We don't have the greatest equipment for that yet, but we'll get on it. I'm just gonna come in. I'm assuming there's an entrance here. Yep. Guess what we have, guys? This will be dairy cattle here, I think. And this is a storage shed. And over here, yeah, you guessed it. We got horses. And we have one horse, Wild Jack, that's worth 19,000. 60 months old, so it's not a young one. So, stuff is kind of rough here, but we'll fix that up. We are running the horse helper mod. Where is he? He's down there. We'll go see him later. We're gonna use him to check on the cattle on a regular basis. All right, one more check and then we'll get going. We'll get to work. Let's run straight through here. I think we can. We'll take the long way. That way we can look at one or two of the fields. What are the settings, you ask? Pretty basic, nothing fancy. I did start as new farmer. Let me just check before I talk too much here. Easy economy. We want this to move pretty fast because, you know, we have limited time to get into this. And a few things turned on, some of my favorite things, some of my not favorite things turned off. Stones are off. I guess somebody must have hit that sign, probably me. And what do we have here? I want to look at that weird field. Okay, so this is the field here. Now it says on the screen that it's cultivated, but it's grass that's ready to harvest, so I'm a little confused about that. But it's a long, weird field. It'll be interesting. Alright, here's the area I want to come to. The lower, so this here is cattle, for cattle as well, but it doesn't belong to us right now. Sure, we're going to get into it. This one, however, down here does belong to us. When I say belong to us, I mean it's in scope of what we're working on. So we're going to jump down here. Oh, there's a few bales over there, and we've got this funky looking vent in here that I've never used, so this should be interesting with a front loader, bale spike, manure fork, and more animals. And this is 350 here, so we have ample room for lots of cattle. So this will be a real ranch, you know, horses and cows. All right, let's get to work. Enough talking. Okay, I gotta remember that this this the bridge that oh, this is a different one. I don't see too much water there. Well, I guess we'll start with harvesting the fields that we own and those crops that we don't need. Oh, I think that's us. Yeah, that's us. There are some trees here. We'll clear out some of the area. I mean, I think this is yeah, this is us. The back way in. Okay, we'll start with the obvious. We'll start with this field that's right here. I think we'll be able to produce some straw. And we'll get baling. All right. Pretty simple, straightforward field. I do have course play up and running. We will be using that at some point. Although this kind of field is not necessarily... I'm looking at those trees and I'm thinking those are gone. Unfold. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And I'm gonna make sure my swath is on. It is. We need all the straw we can get. So what's new? What's going on? I'm trying to get back on track. I managed to get out a few episodes this week. Missed one yesterday. That's okay. We're getting back, guys. I miss this. I really do. I've been talking a lot, actually for quite a while. We've been sharing some ideas. I've been talking with Rusty Money Gaming about some ideas for FS25, and we're brewing something right now that might be really interesting, but I won't get into what that is yet because it's not really a fully formed idea. Okay, let me get a headland done. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things go. I know that when DLCs came out, especially after I got to be part of the partner program with Giants, there's really two key perks to that program. One is early access, and when I say early access, I mean not very early, unless you're like there's tiers, I think, of the partner program, and I'm in the entry-level basic one, right? But the two key things you can do is you get early access, and you also get, it's like an affiliate program, right? So if there's a code, and if you guys buy the game and stuff using my code, then you get, I don't know if you get a discount, actually. I haven't really been paid attention, to be honest. But one of the key things is I get a little bit of money. Now, I've not taken advantage of that yet. I'm not sure if I will or not. It's a little bit complicated. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to go with that business mode, you know. But yeah, those are the two things. The early access thing is like the day before. That's it. Except for the top tier, it appears that some of the some of the big YouTube farm sim channels get much earlier access to things that I will never get access to. And the key, you know, I guess one of the items is early access to see the actual game, and I saw that this week. And some of these guys have YouTube of gameplay of FS25. There's a little bit of a map tour. There's a few other things, but it's kind of the game. I don't have access to that. But anyways, what was I going with this? I have no idea, because, you know, that's the way I roll. Oh, now I remember. So when I first got part of the partner program, I would get the 1 day lead time. Most of them have what's called an embargo. Not allowed to talk about it between it until the next day at a certain time, or else you can kind of get in trouble. And I got really excited. I'm going to see stuff early. I'll be able to make some videos on it. But I tried to do that a little bit, and came to realize that there's a pile of people making the exact same content, because there's so limited the info that you get. It's all the same pictures. It's all the same info. The only thing that's really different is a kind of a reaction. So anyways, I decided to not do that kind of stuff. So I leave it to people who can do it way better than I could. But I'm thinking, as we get out the door on FS25, we are going to see a lot of people doing the same maps, right? Because there's only going to be certain limited capabilities as far as no mods, you know. It's just the base game maps. There'll be a whole boatload of people doing Riverbend Springs, and I want to do it. Definitely want to do these new maps, but I kind of want to do a different spin on it. And that's one of the things I've been talking to Rusty about, is how do we do this and not look like everybody else, you know? Well, we've got one idea that's brewing pretty good. We'll see how it plays out, but I'm getting excited. I've got to do a bit of work with some of the logo stuff and all that to change the FS22 logo in a lot of my things to FS25, and maybe do a revamp on the YouTube channel. You know, what do they call that? The channel graphics or something at the top of the screen if you're looking at the web page. We'll get into that, but I gotta get going. I have all that stuff. I've got the logo stuff with FS25 and all that. I just gotta get to it. Alright, we're almost done here. I'm hoping we can... This will all fit the harvester. I really got to do a lot of thinking about how I want to proceed. There's so much to do right out the gate. I wanted to start with a whole bunch of equipment, because I really didn't want to wait. You know, it would take so long to buy all the right equipment. I usually like starting from scratch with almost nothing. We're gonna have to get at least some cows today. I don't know where the original rancher is. Completely disappeared. Just left one note for a family member saying that they were in trouble and they had to go. That's it. Maybe they'll come back. I don't own this farm, but I'll take care of it as my own and hopefully get a nice fee for hopefully turning this thing around and getting the trouble out of the way. Gambling. It's fun until it isn't. Write that down. A little bit more. 98%. Oh, I'm not gonna harvest. 0.01% if I don't have enough room. I think we'll be good. We do have a silo, and I think I'll go dump directly into that silo. I'm more interested in the straw than I am the actual wheat. So it's over there, so I'm gonna go around this building here and we'll unload. Did I raise horses too? Oh, there's a cultivator there, I think. Maybe I should raise horses too. Got the horse helper, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's unload all of this. We've got to go to the other fields to harvest up. So let me change the time on this. We'll go two times. Double speed. 34 degrees high today. That's kind of toasty warm. Okay, so how many episodes am I going to be doing? I don't know yet. I think I'm going to be doing I want to say I'd like to do 4 episodes a week of this, 2 episodes of Alone, and 1 episode of Palmlands. Palmlands, we're getting close. We're getting close to ending that, so. Okay. What's next? Let me get this tractor here. We'll load up the baler. Apparently, the original rancher favored New Holland equipment. It does have one Fendt tractor though. All right. New Holland baler, 2 New Holland tractors, New Holland harvester. All right. Let's see how many bales we can make here. Probably won't be a lot. We'll work with round bales. I think we'll try to stick the bales. Although, we'll see. When we get into thousands of cattle, which I think we have got the room for, we might change. We might change our minds on that. Oversteer again. Anybody played this map? It's pretty recent. I'm finding it a little surprising that there's still so much content coming out for FS22. Would have thought that modders would be saying, you know, what's the point? Oops. Oh, it's not beeping this one. Is that gonna roll off? Is there a beeper on this? Nope. Okay. There's a few interesting maps. There's another one I thought of doing. I had a few ideas actually, and I decided, you know, ultimately not to do them. One idea, and I think I talked about it a little bit, was the Sri Lanka, and it was starting a series on Sri Lanka in 22 and continuing it as best as possible on 25, because that map is available as a base game. But I've already done a series on Sri Lanka, so it kind of feels weird to do a second series on Sri Lanka. Not sure if we're going to do that map on 25 or not. Depends how good it's supposed to be improved, so it's oops. It's supposed to be improved, so I don't know what that means. Is it really improved, or is it, you know? We're obviously going to jump on the first significant sandbox map that comes out on 25, because you know how I feel about sandbox maps. So that'll be exciting. I think we'll get a... I feel like I want to say we're going to get a forestry map going early as well. We'll see. I wouldn't mind doing a real forestry series. It's all about the trees, all about the logging. I mean, you know, one of the things I think is going to be obvious in 25 is there's construction projects, right? And to me that smells like I'm going to need to do chop down a lot of wood. Probably get some iron, you know, like in the platinum edition. I would absolutely love to see Silver Run come back. But we're going to need to get the materials necessary for the construction projects, and you know, wood is pretty much the biggest ones, right? For construction. I'd like to pick up my logging game a little bit more. I did like Corpy. Corpy was a fun series. I like working the yarders, making all the wood products. That was kind of cool. It was a little excessive because I think I used every single wood production available. But it was good. It was fun. Maybe I should take a minute one day and have a look at the previous series and rank my series. Maybe I'll do one of those tier list things that seems to be so popular. That says, you know, how I enjoyed those series. There were some that I absolutely had a lot of fun with, and there's some that I wish I hadn't done. No, not that bad. But stuff just didn't work out. It was just kind of painful. All right, we're almost done here. So I do have plowing on. I do have lime required. I do have weeds, no stones, and no crop destruction. How are we doing for time? We're doing great. We got time. We're gonna get another field knocked out. I'm guessing probably. Oh man, look at all the stuff I missed. We'll try to get that back. I think we'll try to hit barley field next. Although mowing would be kind of cool too. But I'd like to get the stuff that seasons is off. By the way, I'd like to get what's the word I'm looking for? I'd like to get the grains that are ready done first, I guess. Alright, almost done with this here. I'm just trying to grab up some scraps. Got almost everything. Almost. Oops. Don't have access to that land. I don't know a lot about this map, to be honest. It's a little bit of a last-minute decision to do this, so I haven't really investigated this map in full, but I did a quick run around. But let's see. Okay, we'll call that. Let's put this away for now. We're gonna need it shortly, but how many bales did we produce? Only 4 bales. That's good though. I mean, we're gonna need a lot more than that if we're going to try to support this many cows, but the horses will like some straw as well, I think. Some horse pens do, some don't. Come on, let go. There we go. Okay, should I pick up the bales right away? Let's try this tractor. Yeah, let's pick up the bales. And then we'll go mow. We'll go gather. Yeah, that's how it works. I don't normally use these. Maybe we'll give the go wheel stuff. Whoa. Give the go wheel stuff a run. Oh, that's not a very good pickup. Let's lower our center of gravity. I'm guessing probably this is probably the best bet. Just put them over here. Yeah, there's a lot of the go wheel stuff that I never tried, and the forage pack, I didn't try a lot of that either. Oh, this grabber. Okay, you know what? Maybe I don't like this grabber. Main reason, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that it doesn't work well with course play. So I've got a bale spike somewhere. Quite sure where it is. Oh no, it's down with the vent. So let's grab one more, and I want to get onto the harvesting. A little too far, and that's a grab. It's much better. Talking about small tractors, I actually had the dealership out today at my place to do a maintenance cycle for my little Massey. Winter's coming, and I just want it to be in up shape. I hadn't done the first maintenance yet. I hadn't put a lot of hours on it. So I've only got 45 hours on my tractor. I bought it new, brand new. Anyways, they came by, and there's a lot of stuff that I'd never done, particularly the hydraulic oil stuff. I'd worked on cars and motorcycles and stuff like that before, but not diesel tractors. So I wanted to, I got them out to do it so that I could pay attention and watch, learn, and I don't know if any of you guys are near where I am in Eastern Ontario, but if you ever need to get, where am I going here? There's two paths. I guess I'm going to try this one. Yeah, if you ever need a good, solid dealer, check out Elliott Equipment in Carleton Place. They're super awesome. The techs, oh man, where am I going? I don't think I'm going. Everybody there is super nice, friendly, positive, lots of positive energy. I think I'm going the wrong way. I need to go down there. Is there a road here? Well, there is that way, but not this way. Okay, taking the long way around. Yeah, funny story. So when I bought my tractor, we've got a small 2-acre property here, nothing big. I didn't really need anything super big, but I did want something good. I wanted something I could depend on, and I wanted something that could be really useful. There's a lot of landscaping that kind of needed to be done, but ultimately I just wanted something dependable. And I went to, and I don't mind saying it, but I went to the local Kubota dealership because they're right near us, and they I had a look at their products, and I decided to buy BX series full kit with a backhoe and mower deck and everything, front loader, all that stuff. And so I put in an order for one, and the dealership was, I don't know, can I get in trouble for this? They were crap, man. They were the way they treated. I was about to blow $37,000 on a small, subcompact. And I mean, it's $37,000. I know it's not their, $250,000 tractors that they sell for the big farmers, but I would have thought that this is canola, so there will be no swath here. Anyways, I would call them. How's it going? When can I expect delivery? They wouldn't call me back. They didn't know. I don't know. We're not sure. Anyways, they had the equipment. It's not like they were waiting for the equipment. All the equipment was on their property. They had tons of the model I was buying. So anyways, I finally got fed up and I called them up and I said, I'm sorry guys, this isn't gonna work. I'm canceling my order. And I got kind of upset, kind of pissed off. Anyways, a little while later I said, you know what? Why am I spending $37,000? I don't really need that. So I decided to look at used equipment, and of course I stumble across another Kubota, used I think it was about 15,000, and it didn't have the backhoe, it did not have the mower deck, and I had, since that time I had purchased a John Deere riding mower. So I didn't need that. I just needed a front loader, really. And and this was a compact, so it was a bigger horsepower. I think it was in a 30 something horsepower. So turns out that this used thing was the same dealership, but a different office. So I said, you know what, maybe this office is going to be a lot better. So I called them up. I said, I'd like to come and see this used tractor. It's a bit of a drive for me. Can we do that? Yeah, come on by. I'll make sure it's ready for you, and we'll have a look. So I took off. I went down. It was winter. It was January when I was shopping, and so I got there. Decent weather. It wasn't like bad weather or anything. But there was snow on the ground. And I got there, and the guy that I'd been talking to wasn't there. And the people that were there had no idea I was coming. And they couldn't find the keys for that tractor. And when, the guy told me, he says, well, you should have called, with a bit of a tone to him. He said, well, you should have called before coming. And I said, well, I did. He said, I don't think so, because, I would have taken it out if I had known you were coming. I would have gotten it out of the snowbank, because it was a little bit, there was a bit of snow around it and stuff. And I got so upset. I just said, you know what, forget it. And I was with my wife, and I couldn't believe it, like, what the heck? What's happening to customer service these days? So I knew there was this Massey Ferguson dealership in our own place, which is a bit further. And I said, let's go there. Let's go have a look. And after, getting there, having a look around, I saw a beautiful little GC 1723E. We're doing 29%. I'm babbling a lot. In a babbly mood. They gave me a price for it, which was it's a 23 horsepower, which is fine. That's all I need. And they gave it to me for I think ended up paying 22 for it. So it was a bit more expensive than the used one, and they delivered fast, and they came, and the guy, my wife runs a YouTube channel for homesteading, and we asked permission if we could film, the arrival of our new tractor and make a video out of it and all that. And yeah, no problem. And the guy that showed up was great, in front of the camera. And then he took me through the whole tractor, everything I needed to know, give me a tutorial, kind of thing. It was my first tractor, really. and super nice, like really nice people. When I call there, they talk to me right away. I don't go to voicemails and on hold and all that kind of stuff. And so I called. I hadn't talked to them in quite a while because no need to. This tractor is amazing. It's no problems or anything. I called them last week to schedule an appointment today, and they came promptly. The guy that showed up, different guy than the first guy, just as nice, super friendly, showing me everything, explaining things, giving me some tips, stuff that's kind of unofficial stuff, yeah, be careful with this, don't do that, you can have some problems if you do it this way, that kind of stuff that's not in the manuals. And super nice, fast, got out of here, and I took my tractor for a spin to do a little bit of work with it to make sure it was feeling good, and it's great. Great. Even took out a rag and kind of polished up all the console and everything. Anyways, that's a long ass story. I'm using words today. Anyways, it really makes a difference in working with businesses that have a good, positive attitude. Recruit good people with a good energy, and stay clear of. There's a lot of negative people out. Perfect example of that, actually. I'm in story mode here, guys. Hang in there. So I went 2 or 3 weeks ago to the big city. We call it the big city, but it's really not that big. But my wife drives a Kia, a small Kia car, and we went to do some maintenance work, some brake work and stuff. And when we got there, it turned out that the work she needed done was going to take a lot longer than we expected. And I was struggling with my leg. I could barely walk at that time when we went. Anyways, they offered, the dealership, really nice dealership. They offered to taxi us around, basically. You want to go here? Yeah, we'll drop you off there. Call us when you want to go, when you want to be picked up. We'll come and get you. We'll take you somewhere else if you want. We'll just, play chauffeur for you for the day. I thought that was kind of cool. So, anyways, we did that. We ran some errands, and we called, and we got this one guy that showed up to pick us up. Not the guy that dropped us off, but we had this one guy show up, and right away we got in the car. And he started complaining. He started whining about traffic. He started whining about construction that was going on. He started bad-mouthing his employer in front of the customer. And it was just left such a sour taste. It does... It's an individual, right? But I guess what I'm trying to get to is that dealership company, that business, hired this guy, and they had him on staff, and that's like hire good people, And for those of us workers. As workers, we sign contracts to work for a company, basically, and it's up to us to be good people. Yeah, some owners suck, but always be good people. I think that's important. Anyways, lots of talking in this one. I'm going to take this, and we're almost done here. I'm going to take this canola back to the silo again, and I'm just throwing it all in the silo right now because I really haven't thought ahead as to how I want to deal with these fields. But part of me wants to just sell off all the remote fields that are far away and buy the local ones, but I haven't really figured that out yet. Gotta think about it a bit before I rush into stuff. Alright, we're done. Let's head back. It's kind of nice not having to chase with a trailer. Colorado is a state that I've never been to. I've been to quite a few states. But I've never been in that pocket. Never been to, I've never been to California. I've never been to Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona. Oh no, that's not true. I was in Arizona for work once. And a lot of the northern stuff I've been to, and down the East Coast quite a bit. Quite a bit on the East Coast. We used to vacation down there when I was a kid. Go down to Cape Cod and Old Orchard and Virginia Beach. Loved it. It was awesome. Florida, we went. My mother owned a place in Florida for a while. Been to Texas. I'm just naming off stuff. I'm just chatty today. And I've been to almost every province in Canada, I think. There's a couple of exceptions. I've actually been to one of the bigger territories, way, way, way up north. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Okay. Nice. So we have 5,000 liters of wheat and probably something very similar. In canola, not quite as much. Got a couple of bales to pick up. And then we've got a third field that needs to be harvested. That's a barley field, I believe, which is right over... where is that? Hang on a minute. We just did that one. Oh, wait, maybe we don't have a barley field. No, we don't have a barley field ready. Yes, we do. Down here. Down there. So we'll get on that in the next episode. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one. Help me keep focused. I gotta pay off some debts before I need to run as well. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying this, please subscribe, like, and share, comments, all that stuff. Let me know what you think of this series, and we'll catch you in the next one. I hope you have a great day.